Here are 5 ad creatives that I want to be running in July of 2026 if I want to scale my Facebook ad account. And we're going to start off with this first one that I found here. And again, these are all ads that, during my research sessions that I found and I love and things that we're recreating for some of our clients. So this one right here is going after more of, hey, how do we take a too expensive, quote unquote, product and then justify it? Or not necessarily too expensive, but hey, our product is cheaper, but we want to justify that it's still just as good as the expensive thing. So let's take a look at this video.
$1,000 watch to see what's actually inside. We tore down luxury watches to study the exact materials. 316L steel, sapphire crystal, Japanese movements, same components they use. Then we stripped away the ego. No heritage tax, no dealer markups, no logo premium. Built the Santos with identical materials, fluted bezel, integrated bracelet, presidential presence. Their price, $40,000. Ours, $129. Same steel, same crystal, same precision, different story.
So this ad right here is an amazing ad for people who are selling not fakes, but there's a lot of brands out there where it's like, hey, here's this Rolex watch, $40,000. Obviously, you're paying 90% of that for the brand. So we're going to sell the same thing, same materials and stuff. The only difference here is we don't have that prestigious brand and you can get the same price. So what we're trying to do here, and again, this is not our creative or anything like that, but what this particular brand is trying to do right here is trying to convey the fact that, hey, what you're purchasing for is the brand. And yes, our watch is cheaper, but it doesn't mean our product is cheaper, if that makes sense. Like just because our watch is 1% of the price of the real one, it doesn't mean that our watch is like cheap and it's going to break easily. It just simply means that, hey, you're not paying for the brand here. And they do a really good job right here. They call out the $40,000 watch at first. This is a very shocking visual. So they do a really good job at grabbing attention here. And then one thing I love about this is that the filming here, like this part is obviously probably just something they pulled off of like AI or, like TikTok or something like that. But the rest of this video, they did a good job on the filming here. This is probably just like literally at their desk or something like that, but the lighting is good. The camera movement is good. And the gloves, like the setting here is good. If someone tried to film this from a UGC perspective or they just took their phone out and they're like throwing their phone all over the place, trying to film and being like sporadic, it wouldn't have the same impact. But this one really lands and really has that high perceived value impact because of the way it's filmed. And that's why sometimes it's worth it to actually invest in a professional videographer to help you film these high production shots. Sometimes these things can't be done with AI. And this is the thing that actually is like the big needle mover that you need inside of your ad account. And they do a very good job with this. And this is definitely something that we're going to be recreating for some of our clients, especially our clients that are selling, cheaper alternatives to like the big main expensive solution, or even like completely new alternatives that are cheaper than that main thing. So, A+ on this creative and definitely something we'll be recreating from there. Now, this next creative right here is going to be a really good example of opening up a unaware market / stage 5 sophistication. So stage 5 sophistication, you open it up the same way of how you open up a unaware market. And both an unaware market and stage 5 sophistication, it's like you want to focus more on the hook, not selling the product, but more selling on the reason why they need to watch this video. So this ad right here starts off with,
who has a better life, cats or dogs? Sadly, cats are
a question basically saying who has a better life, cats or dogs. And then after they ask that question, they go and compare the two. They're not saying, hey, here's a product for sale, or do you have this problem? The hook sells people why they should watch the video. Let's keep watching this video to find out more of what they do next.
Often seen as low maintenance, so owners don't give them the mental stimulation they need. Dogs get daily walks, fun toys, and plenty of outdoor time. Meanwhile, cats are left alone for hours, battling boredom and inactivity with nothing to do. It's no surprise that over 58% of indoor cats show signs of depression. Most modern cat toys don't excite or engage them. But what if there was a toy that could truly awaken your cat's natural instincts? Something even the smartest cats couldn't resist. A touch-activated toy designed to appeal to all 5 of your cat's senses. This is how we made it different from all those other cat toys your cat stops playing with after 5 minutes. Over 10 months, our team spent countless hours studying cats.
Okay, pretty good ad. And we'll go into it more, but let's just go over a couple things here. So obviously it starts off with the whole, hey, who has a better life, cats or dogs. And again, they're asking a question to get you to want to watch more because you're like, oh, I don't know, who has a better life? And then obviously it's going to bring in two groups of people. It's going to bring in dog owners and cats owners because of both for people that love these things, these animals, and it almost kind of creates this like competition aspect. And then they go compare the two. They talk about cats, then they talk about dogs, and after that, they go back to cats right here. So I love this because it lowers people's senses of, oh, hey, this is an ad coming up. It's just like asking a question. It's showing the two. And then as it shows the two, it kind of magnifies a problem, which is that, hey, dogs can be easily entertained when they're left alone, but cats just really get bored and depressed and all of those things. And it even calls out a statistic here, like 58% of cats getting depressed. Now, after it's going through, it talks about like instincts of cats. So I love how it's starting to highlight and set the stage for a new solution, which is that like most toys don't hit on the instincts and like natural survival tactics of, your kitty, basically. And then basically here it talks about like the 5 senses, and then that's how it's made different from all these other cat toys and stuff. It's also not even highlighting their product yet. It's just calling out that most toys do not appeal to your cat's 5 senses. Now here, this is where it goes a little bit deeper into the origin story for this product. And let's see how they do that on this particular video.
Over 10 months, our team spent countless hours studying cats, especially Sophia's. We researched why cats chase random objects, love stalking prey, and
so here it's setting the authority of why they're the people that actually are essentially qualified to be able to talk about cat toys. We spent 10 months researching cats, studying cats, and doing all of those things to be able to start figuring out like the best toy on the market we can make.
Go wild for hair ties or milk jug rings. Then we reverse engineered everything cats love into one groundbreaking toy. But there was still a problem. Even though this first version was exciting,
now here, they could have easily just kept saying, we made this toy, here's their cat, love it, love it, love it. But they used an unexpected twist here, which is that, hey, we launched this toy, but we weren't quite happy with it. So we made additional tweaks to it. I love this because it's different than the traditional e-com ad where they would have just fallen into the regular pitch now. It's just a little unexpected twist that like, oh wait, they're not doing the same thing as everyone else. I love the creativity here. And again, unexpected twists and ads always give the best pool because it creates something different and a new feeling and emotion for people when they're watching the video.
it wasn't enough for us, or for Sophia's cat. We wanted more. So we added a high-speed motor to create unpredictable movements that mimic real prey. This made it 10 times more irresistible. Oh, and did I mention it works perfectly on carpets? It glides smoothly on any surface, ensuring uninterrupted play no matter where it goes. And just when we thought...
I love this because it goes over objections now, which is like, hey, it glides over any surfaces. It doesn't get stuck. It doesn't get caught. All of these things are really good. And then obviously it just keeps going through the rest of the video here, talking about how amazing it is, how the cat loved it. They basically designed the system. And then, yeah, really amazing video. I think my favorite thing about this particular creative is obviously it asks the question to lure people in, then it goes into the fact of this comparison between cats and dogs. Then it starts to introduce the problem here between the two. Again, just a brilliant ad. I love it. Unfortunately, from talking to a couple people now since finding this ad on Twitter and everything, a couple people have stated that a couple different brands have ripped this ad from another brand. So if for whatever reason this ad is ripped from the original and y'all notice that, like, again, I'm just fanning over the creative idea, not necessarily the brand itself or anything like that. Next one here, this is just a really good example here. We haven't really talked much about what I would say the consumer type of products like food and beverages and stuff. And I haven't really showed many creatives over the last couple of years around that. So I wanted to go over some creative that is more around like food and consumer. And this is actually funny because I love sweets. I definitely have a sweet tooth and I love sour candy. So when this popped up, I had to save it because it caught my attention immediately because of the candy. And there's not really any sound to this. It's just more like showing the different like things they have. I didn't even realize it was licorice at first. I was just like, oh shit, that sour candy looks good. They're in these like premium bottles. They look delicious. And I think that's just a really good statement here here for when it comes down to selling food and beverages is it has to look good. And like basically you're creating food porn in that sense. And the better the food porn you make in these ad creatives, while also highlighting like this premium boxing experience and stuff, the perceived value's up. It looks delicious. Like I almost definitely ordered some right here, but obviously as someone who has a sweet tooth and trying to stay away from sugar for my dietary goals, I didn't. But yeah, amazing ad. I love this ad a lot. Next ad here, this is just a new creative style that I'm seeing. This is actually not an ad in the traditional sense of someone's paying money behind this ad, but it's a creative here that was posted as an organic reel with still the same ad fundamental principles here. So here, basically the creative style is basically you sit in front of the iPad and you like dumb things down extremely low to make it very easy for people to understand. So let's see how they do that with this particular video.
Fighter cardio, good. Insane gas tank. Fighter lasts all 5 rounds. How to improve cardio. Assault bike, good. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 75%. On, off, 10 times. Build lactic capacity. More explosive power. Fighter also build a lactic capacity. Assault bike still good. 10 seconds on, 90 seconds off. On, off, 8 times. How often conditioning? 2 times a week. Work around training days. Conditioning now better. Want high performance programs? Comment locked in.
Nice. So obviously the goal here is for people to comment, and then like obviously his sales team and stuff like reached out to those people and it's a bunch of leads and stuff, which is really good. But the creative style here is really good. And essentially you can go about this a couple different ways. You can, a simple term, do the bridge. Hey, here's the problem people have now. Here's where people want to go. Now let me show that bridge of like how people can get there and what's the plan. And then you just, with very simple images on an iPad, you just visually articulate what people need to do to get there. And if it's like, hey, buying your product, don't say, hey, you need to buy a product. It's like, hey, let's say for example, it was like explaining the fight endurance, but we both have CTE, explaining fight endurance, like basically we both have CTA, but like all that's exactly the same. Then what I would do here is like, maybe we're pitching a product, maybe we're pitching an energy drink, for example. Maybe I'm pitching like this Fiji water, for example. It's like, all right, you do this, this, and this. And then like you can even highlight like regular water, bad, Fiji water, better. And then, show a couple like benefits of that. And then boom, get to where you want right there. So really cool creative style. Again, I'm seeing it explode. It's starting to trend right now. So I highly recommend recreating these, especially to founders can do this, or even just hiring UGC creators can do this. Very simple. You don't even need to ship people product because it's just images on an iPad. I'm sure you can even do this with like AI too at some point. And then last one is just the founder UGC. Speaking of UGC, this is a great ad right here from the Bentis official. Obviously, just highlighting again, like UGC is still working really well for us. Again, this is not our ad or anything like that, but it's something that I saved. I love this just because obviously he's in his little dentist outfit. He's talking about things. He sounds very knowledgeable how he's talking. He's also like kind of engaging, entertaining how he's talking. If we just want to listen in for a second.
Gums, and then third, you need to whiten. And as a dentist over the last couple of years, I have been designing and perfecting the exact solutions, science-backed by the way, to give you these exact results. First up, we have our Zero toothpaste. It's a 10.
So what's cool about this is he actually talks about this more of this system of getting like improving your teeth. And he talks about like this 3-step system of basically like, the whole, washing experience or brushing experience, the plaque removal experience, and then lastly the whitening experience. I wouldn't say he does anything remarkably different. It's just getting in front of the camera and talking and being knowledgeable and going into like the scientifics and stuff of why our products work. In very competitive markets, a founder jumping in front of it, or anyone who has a lot of knowledge and experience around the type of product we're trying to promote here, typically always works really well. I've seen that for one of the brands we scaled to $1 million a month, where the best performing creatives consistently comes from one of their team members. It's an operations director on the team, and they study the product all day. They look at research and new findings and stuff, and they constantly make a lot of videos like this and just green screen themselves on the research and scientific data and stuff. And they post those organically, and then they also carry those over to the ad account. And those creatives consistently keep getting the best results compared to all the other creative agencies they keep working with. So found their UGC, diving deep into like the statistics and arguing why their product is the best, can work really well in sophisticated markets. That's the key thing there. If we're going more for an underwear market or like markets that doesn't really have, like let's say if we're going after a super niche sophisticated market, doesn't really work well, but large sophisticated markets, it does work really well. Now, these are the 5 creatives that I'm recreating for a lot of our clients in July of 2026. Hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you want more like this, then comment below and definitely make some more like this. A lot of these videos are just videos that I find while doing my own personal research, consuming content, and I basically save all the ones that grab my attention. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you want me to run your Facebook ads and you're doing at least 100K a month, you want me to do the creatives, the landing pages, the ads, well, pretty much everything we need to be able to get you results, then click the link below to have Nick Theriot run your ads. Maybe you don't want me to run your ads, but maybe you rather me mentor you, review your creatives, give you feedback, review your ad account, and give you feedback of what I would do in your particular situation. Then click the link below to have Nick Theriot mentor you. And yeah, have a good rest of y'all day. Peace out.